before we do our plaque dedication, I have some individuals and some organizations that I would like to recognize. We had a committee that started working on putting this day together about a year ago. And it is a committee that's comprised of a lot of organizations throughout the greater Hanover area and a lot of businesses. And this committee met at least once a month collectively to develop the plan and to develop all of the activities and events for this very special day. Outside of each of those monthly meetings, the committee actually had subcommittees met to coordinate the various events and activities for the day. So they put in a great deal of time and effort. So many of those individuals are with us today, and they have red shirts on, and some of them have elf hats on. And if you see them, I would like you to say thank you, because without the efforts of these individuals, we wouldn't be enjoying this celebration today. Actually, let's have a nice round of applause for all of these individuals. At this time, I'm going to introduce Mayor Ben Adams. And I'd also like to thank Mayor Adams and the Borough of Hanover, because again, you can appreciate this certainly is somewhat of an infringement upon the daily routine in the Borough of Hanover. So for us to be able to close down these quadrants, have them coordinate the parade traffic, and do all of the things that they will continue to do for us through this evening is a tremendous extension of cooperation on the part of the borough. So thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you, Gary. At this time, I'd like to thank the Exchange Club of Hanover, the Rotary Club of Hanover, and the Kiwanis for all the decorations you see downtown, and all the tireless hours they spend decorating. And I'd like to make a special thanks to Ray and Janet Plaque so much. Oh, and the Lions Club, I'm sorry. But thank you, Ray and Janet, for all the stuff you've done over the years. I have a proclamation prepared I'd like to read for you right now. In 1936, former manager Chester B. Eckbert came up with the idea of the Santa cabin for downtown Hanover. After its use, the first cabin was auctioned off to the highest bidder. Since the original cabin's success was so great, a second one was built in 1937, the one you see before you today. This cabin has stood the test of time, and its walls have heard all the Christmas wishes of children of this community throughout the last 75 years. Now, therefore, I, Ben J. Adams, Mayor of the Borough of Hanover, York County, Pennsylvania, wish to extend a very happy 75th anniversary to the Santa cabin and look forward to enjoying this special holiday tradition for many more years to come. Thank you so much. Enjoy your holidays.
This time I'd like to introduce Peg Kyle. Peg is the daughter of Grover Gowker, and many of you know that Grover was a true business leader in this area for many, many years, and really was one of the true influences of the spirit of Christmas, and his impact and influence is still felt today. So I'd like to introduce Peg Kyle.
For some of you, this cabin was my father's labor of love. He was known as the official corresponding Santa, and one of the things he wanted to do before he passed away was to write a set of books. And he did accomplish that, and there's a children's book, and the adult's book kind of explains the whole Santa Mantle journey, as he would like to call it. So we would like to present this set of books to the Historical Society in honor of my father and all the work he did. Congratulations.
Thank you, Peg. The Historical Society will add these to our library. They'll be a significant addition, and we appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Peg, thank you for joining us today. I'd also like to recognize a guest that we have with us today. Miss Hanover is also joining us. Thank you for being here today. And also Allison Klein-Saya, Hanover's Poet Laureate, will be here hearing from her a little later in our program, is joining us today as well. I'm going to take just a minute or two and read through a list of individuals and organizations that we really have to thank that contributed to today. So bear with me, and I apologize if I seem like I'm reading this, but I really don't want to miss any of the key individuals and organizations that played such a critical part in today's celebration. First, we have Breitner's. Mr. Mike Breitner is here from Breitner's Tree Farm. Did a wonderful job helping us to bring in the Christmas tree and all of the other trees surrounding throughout all of the quadrants. We truly appreciate their commitment and all that they have done for making today so very special for downtown Hanover. Mr. Mike Candelora from Candelora Antiques did a wonderful job restoring the sleigh that you see behind me. This sleigh, we've had it for, I don't know, about 6 or 8 months now, and when it came into our office, it was in pretty bad shape. And he and Mr. Carl Waldman did a wonderful job working on that many, many nights over many, many months, and we have this wonderful sleigh that we will be presenting each year in conjunction with Santa's Cabin. So thank you guys for doing an amazing job on the sleigh. The mayor recognized the Exchange Club. We really appreciate their efforts, as well as the Rotary Club and the Kiwanis Club. Each of those service organizations took the time to help decorate, put up the strings of lights, place all of the trees, and we certainly appreciate all that those service clubs do for this event, but also we appreciate all that they do throughout the year for the greater Hanover area as well. We'd also like to thank John McGrew and his wife Wendy for lending us one of the bells. That's a special decoration that you'll see as you enter the cabin. It's actually hanging right above Santa's chair. We'd also like to thank Greg Willing from Smith Roofing, who brought all the trees in and helped the Breitners set up the trees. Also, the crew from Home Depot that took the time to help us place the tree as well as get it secured in its current location. So we certainly appreciate all that they do. You will be seeing our ice sculptor. He's currently working. Mr. Bruce Kiefer. Bruce, thank you very much for the work that you are going to perform for us today. And the ice that you see was donated courtesy of Hanover Ice Company. In addition to those individuals, I'd also like to recognize the many donors. There's a list of them in your program. If you have the opportunity to get a program, it does feature the activities throughout today and well into this evening, and all of those sponsors are listed there. But a special thanks to Garrett Jewelers for providing our dedication plaque for the day, the Hanover Fire Police that were with us this morning and will be helping us direct traffic this evening at the tree lighting celebration as well. Mr. Tony Balmer of Balmer Sawmill and Les Haggerty of Structure Perfect for their labor and time and materials in the restoration of Santa's Cabin. They made it look wonderful for it this year. And also Schmuck Lumber Company for contributing materials to Santa's Cabin as well. So a very special thanks, and I think you can gain an appreciation for the amount of work that goes into it just by the individuals and organizations that I just recognized. At this time, I would like to introduce Allison Klein-Saya, our Hanover Poet Laureate, who's going to read a poem for us.
I was contacted by the committee to do this in I think it was June, July, sometime like that, and trying to write a Christmas poem in the middle of the summer is quite difficult. But I got through it, and this is the hardest thing, actually, I think, in my career I've ever written. But I have so many memories of the cabin, and I wanted it to be perfect. So it's called Christmas in Hanover. One day in November, it magically appears and is placed on the square where it stood for 75 years. Already and waiting for Santa to make his way down York Street to the square on his special red sleigh. Finally, the day after Thanksgiving, when the table is cleared and everyone is filled to the brim with good holiday cheer, the people of Hanover will gather in their streets to see Santa upon his big red seat. Generations of families, the young and the old, will bundle up in their mittens and scarves and stand in the cold and wait for their turn on Santa Claus's knee while watching the Christmas lights dance on the trees. Yes, for 75 years, children have come to whisper in Santa's ear their Christmas wishes, hopes, and dreams that only he can hear. They wish for toys, for books and games, for dolls, for bikes, for computers and trains. That little log cabin with the big red door and the man who lives inside holds a special place in the hearts of all Hanoverians far and wide. It's just not Christmas in the Black Rose town without a visit to the square, where Santa will be waiting on you with holiday dreams to share.
Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to dedicate a special plaque that will be hanging inside Santa's cabin for hopefully another at least 75 years. And I'd also like to recognize Santa Claus, who just happened to be coming back into the cabin. So this is to the cabin and to Santa, and this is looking forward to at least another 75 years. Hanover Santa Cabin's 75th anniversary celebration, bringing Christmas joy to Hanover area children of all ages, dedicated November 23rd, 2012. I'll give this to Santa for safekeeping, and we can make sure that it gets put inside the wall of the cabin. Janet, is there anything else that I missed or anything that I need to cover? Okay, great. Thank you all very much for being here today. I think Santa's going to go back inside and we'll start the line moving again. And I hope that you will all join us this evening at 7 o'clock. The ceremony begins for our tree lighting, but we will have activities going on throughout the day. So again, if you don't have a program, ask any one of the individuals in the elf hat or one of the red shirts, and they'll let you know what time and where all of the activities are occurring. So thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you here again next year and at the tree lighting celebration this evening. Thank you.